Today we are going to talk about a mother who is an unexpected mother and her woes. This is taken from 2 Kings chapter 4 verse 8 to 37. Here we talk about a prophet called Elisha. Elisha was a prophet who used to travel to different places and doing God's work, and he used to travel through a place called Shunem. In Shunem, there was a lady who was quite a well-to-do lady, and she invited him to her house to take some food and rest and relax. So he used to do that quite often whenever he passed through that route. So her husband, they had many servants, all of them used to take care of him. And she also requested her husband to build him a room on the roof of their house so he has some privacy, and there was a bed, table, chair, lamp, all the things that he needed to have a comfortable stay there. So one day when he was relaxing there, he called his servant Gehazi and he said, "What can be done for this Shunammite lady? Call her, let's talk to her." But when he called and spoke to her, she said, "No, nothing. I'm very happy. I have my husband, my fields, my life, my family. Everybody is here. I'm very happy. I don't need anything." But Gehazi, after she left, told Elisha that, she is childless and her husband also is very old. So Elisha prayed, and then he called her and he told her, "About this time next year," Elisha said, "you will hold a son in your arms." Verse 16. "No, my lord," she objected. "Don't mislead your servant, O man of God." But she became pregnant and bore a child, just like the prophet said. The child grew, and one day when he was with his father out in the field, suddenly he held in his head and said, "My head, my head," and nearly fainted, and they carried him to his mother. His mother placed him on her lap till noon, and then he died. She went up and laid the child on the bed of the man of God upstairs, and she shut the door and she went to the field. She called to her husband and said, "Send me a servant with a donkey. I'm going to meet the man of God. I heard he's staying on Mount Carmel." So they both go. The husband asks her, why are you going today? It's not a new moon or Sabbath or any special day. Why are you going to visit him today? But she says, "It will be well." She just said, "Nothing, it will be well, don't worry," and she goes. She saddled the donkey and quickly, as fast as the donkey could carry her, she goes up the mountain, and the man of God sees her and he says, is everything all right? Is your child all right? He sends a servant to ask him. And the servant runs and asks him, and she again says, "Everything is all right, everything is fine." But when she reached the man of God, she fell at his feet and held on to his feet and started to cry. Then he realized something is wrong, but the Lord has not revealed it to me. And then she said, "What happened?" So in verse 28, she says, "Did I ask you for a son, my Lord? Didn't I tell you, don't raise my hopes?" Now what has happened to the child? So Elisha quickly sends his servant ahead of him, but she doesn't want to leave him. She said, "You have to come." Elisha goes, he finds child in his room, and he prays for him, and he lays upon him, he prays for him, and the child sneezes 7 times and comes back to life. So sometimes when God gives us a blessing, we are not sure of the blessing, and sometimes we take it for granted, or sometimes we say, no, we don't want all that. And sometimes we take the blessing like the responsibility of the blessing we don't handle very well. But even when we lose the blessing, even during troubled times, when we call to the Lord, He will come and rescue us. He will help us and save us. So Today, whatever your problem is, call to the Lord. He will save you because God loves you. God's love is unlimited. God's love is unconditional. God bless you.